turn 65 this year, you are eligible for Medicare. Over the next few months, the Ohio Department of Insurance is holding free Welcome to Medicare webinars. Learn about coverage, financial assistance, and important deadlines. Whether you are new to Medicare or still have questions, the Ohio Senior Health Insurance Information Program can help. For more information, contact us at 1-800-686-1578 or visit insurance.ohio.gov.
Hey Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry, I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out? Listen.
Can birds draw pictures?
I don't have an answer for that.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
Hi, I'm Dr. Nia Hurt-Garris with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Toddlers can be very curious about water. That's why drowning is the #1 cause of injury-related deaths for children ages 1 to 4. But drowning is preventable. Plan layers of protection, a fence that surrounds the pool, and swimming lessons when your child is ready. When your child is near water, an adult should always be within an arm's reach to supervise. For more, talk to your pediatrician and visit healthychildren.org.
So this is Ziva, and she goes everywhere with me. Like her, I have this innate sense of curiosity. I really like meeting new people. I love to explore, and right now I'm trying to travel to every national park across the country. Every morning, that same curiosity is what drives me as a journalist.
Page 1, I'm Sophia Constantine.
It really fuels the type of stories that we do. It defines us as Ohioans, and it's why I'm so excited to call this place home.
I'm Chief Meteorologist here, Rick Elwell. I'm going to update you here on your extended forecast. I hope you've had a fantastic weekend. We've been watching a couple of showers bubble up late in the afternoon here and early this evening, helping to wash some of the pollen out of the air. The mold spore is still running in the high category for us. But all in all, not a bad afternoon. Take a look at our high temperatures on Sunday, up near 90 in Dayton. Yeah, you wouldn't know a front came by. 88 Cincinnati. 86 in Chillicothe. It was almost 90 in Columbus. So the heat is not going anywhere. A lot of traffic heading in from Kentucky into Cincinnati with partly cloudy skies. There have been a couple of showers in between Cincinnati and Dayton, although in Dayton right now, a lot of sunshine across the Miami Valley. It is a warm evening, though, as we'll see temperatures only slowly drop out of the 80s into the 70s later on tonight with partly cloudy skies. So the heat is going to build. We've run around 90 degrees here for much of the weekend, and likely will be in the low 90s with a heat index up near 95 through Wednesday. Wednesday night, Thursday, really late Thursday, the way it appears now, a cold front will come by, and that should bring us some relief from the heat, but also could bring us some pretty potent thunderstorms late this week. We're going to watch the timing here for Thursday. So there goes the front that we've been dealing with here late today off to the south. One front brushing northeastern Ohio Tuesday night into Wednesday. This will be the front that gets in here on Thursday. And if it can come in during the peak heating, it could bring us some pretty intense thunderstorms there on Thursday. Look at those 90s, 93 Wednesday, 92 Thursday. Then we drop back into the middle 80s as we dry things out and cool things off for next weekend. Miami Valley, also watch out for some thunderstorms Thursday. But until then, drink plenty of water. It's going to be hot up near 90. A little cooler, though, Friday and Saturday.
When racial violence targeted the Asian community in 2020, moving from scapegoating for COVID-19 to physical attacks, people like suburban Ohio resident Hao Kong were moved to speak out. Emboldened by the broader fight for racial justice, Kong was motivated to show her children a more accepting definition of what it means to be an American.
Oh, is he ready? I can just keep it in. This one.
I think last year it was a year we started to reconsider civil rights. There has been issues, but George Floyd just all of a sudden make everybody wake up. Realize this is the time we have to make things right.
The violence against Asian Americans took me by surprise. The focus had shifted. Like it went from Black and brown Americans to Asian Americans.
Anti-Asian hate is at its peak.
Congressional Asian Pacific American Caucus Chair Representative Judy Chu points to former President Donald Trump's rhetoric amid the pandemic.
Kung flu, the horrible China virus.
At the beginning, we felt very scared because at that time we felt like if we go out, we probably have a target on our back.
Stop AAPI hate tallies 3,800 incidents reported from March of last year to February of this year, where women are attacked over twice as often as men.
And one day, all of a sudden, the governor said, we can't go out to do grocery shopping. All of a sudden, it's like Christmas. We haven't been out for so long, and we're like, they started getting dressed up, and it was like so happy, and because they've been inside for so long. And I remember we were like getting out, and they started getting in the car. All of a sudden, my daughter turned to me and said, "Oh, Mom, what if somebody say, go back to China? What do I say?" At that moment, I just froze.
In Baltimore, a man wielding a cement block attacked two Korean women simply trying to close down their store. The number of brazen attacks on Asians is rising across the country.
I felt like so sad. 1 second ago, they were like, "Oh, it's Christmas. Finally, like after a month, we're going out shopping." And all of a sudden, the happiness is all gone. And left just all heavy, like such a heaviness.
This is the whole reason why we have to build coalitions. Everyone has to be in on just all lives mattering, right? And when I say all lives, I mean Black lives, I mean Asian lives, I mean brown lives. They matter, right? So we all have to work together, and the minorities have to work together to change what our nation is and how our nation, I won't say become, because it's always been that, but like what's illuminated.
It is something that our country has not dealt effectively with in decades.
Chu says real momentum didn't come until the Atlanta shooting, saying it shouldn't have to take a massacre for national awareness.
I was told that this is truly a melting pot, and the United States welcome everybody to come here. I was like, I didn't sign up for this. I came here as a happy MBA student, and I graduated, found a job, started my family, and this country is supposed to be the one for my family, supposed to be the one dreamland. I'm angry because you see the fear in your kids, and as a parent, you just feel like you're not doing enough.
The more people you have, the greater the impact you have. And you saw that during Black Lives Matter, during George Floyd. You had people not only across the state, across the nation, but the world advocating for Black lives. So equally, it's important that we all join together and advocate for brown lives, for Black lives, for Asian lives.
As Asian parents, sometimes we are try to tell them a lot, and gradually I realized that you have to walk the talk. You just basically have to be the role model. It is fortunate for me to seize the opportunity to show them this is the time for us to speak up. They both said, Mom, I have observed what you have done, and that's the right thing to do. Before I get to the microphone, I was nervous. But when I get to the podium, that's the time I see the audience. The audience is so diversified. The emotion at that time is overwhelming. It's much, much stronger than my nervousness, than my anxiety. And I forgot whatever the script I had. I became so appreciative. The world is with us, right there. It's not only my fellow Asian American, Caucasians, Black American, and it's like everybody's there. I was overwhelmed by joy. I just basically tell them, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And you could be anywhere else. Sunday, nice Sunday afternoon. You can be anywhere else, but you chose to be here with us. It was wrong, but we can make it correct by see the New York, the lawyers, their work with the politicians, the congressmen, their local elected officials. They all willing to work with you. So there's many ways that you can make things right, as long as you're willing to get your voice out. Staying home, nobody knows what you want.
As people who aren't Black or aren't brown, they don't understand that this is our everyday life. So they saw it, right? They clearly saw the meaning on the neck of George Floyd. And they were like, oh my God, this is outrage, this is murder. Absolutely. And they felt it. But every single day, that is what we feel. So until you're able to feel it, it's hard to say what allyship looks like. But there's always something you can be doing to advocate. There is always something you can be doing to get involved and to engage. It's not always about protest, or it's not always putting up a hashtag, but it's really about, let me look at what's going on. Yes, I see this thing happening, but let me also look at the reverse of what's not happening and see how I can get involved.
And I understand that it makes people very uncomfortable to talk about these things. In my opinion, I think that agitation and stirring things up is going to cause more problems in the beginning, but I think over time, as you work out those, wrinkles and the problems and fill those cracks and close the void, that, healing can begin.
Where I was back a year ago is not where I'm currently at now. I feel better. I feel lighter. I know that there is so much work to be done, but I equally know that there's a coalition of people ready to get that work done with me. So I look forward to, lobbying every politician, Democrat or Republican, and getting things done for the community so that, we further that change.